Welcome, everybody. This is Bella and Kate for your Pet Biz Support Blab Show twice a month, the first and third Tuesday. We're here today to talk to you about how to have a kick-ass blog title. I don't know if that was the name of the show. I kind of forget. Those were along the lines. Kate, why don't you tell everyone where you're at? Because you were just telling us, and it was quite interesting. Hello, Kate?
I am in Ireland.
There you are. You're here now. Go on.
Yeah, so they're intermittently good internet, and they're hosting a elderly's dance night where they can all get together and dance and meet men and women.
That's so sweet.
It's like dating for OAPs.
So, because when we were doing the pre to the show, there was some loud music that came on. And I said, Kate, what was that? And there's a bunch of older people on their like date night dancing, meet and greet kind of things. I think that's hilarious. I want everyone to know Kate's dedication to these awesome shows that we have to try to provide you guys for free all of this knowledge and support. Kate is from Possum Media, and she is she goes, her husband drives her 20 minutes away to this wonderful hotel that is supposed to have a really great internet, even though we just got notice that it's poor internet signal. And so that she can do these blabs with us, and she can kind of provide awesome stuff for you guys and to join me too. So it's not just me talking. So Kate, thank you for your dedication. Can you hear me? We can't see you, but it does say that the audio is there. Okay, perfect.
I can hear you. I can't see you. The internet isn't good, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you. As long as we can hear you, that's all I'm worried with. So what do you say we get started? I'd like to shout it out to the couple of people that are hanging out. We got Smile Pretty Lady who just tweeted us out. If you guys are on your laptop or your computers, if you look towards the left of your screen, you'll see something that says tweet and post. We would be forever grateful if you just went ahead and pressed that tweet and the post button so you can tell everyone on Facebook and Twitter that you are here hanging out with us. Also, it provides this really hilarious GIF of Kate and I's heads like kind of moving in frames on Twitter. It's really funny. Hey, there you are, Kate. You're back. Good. Karen just joined us. Okay. Karen, I love your dedication and support to us, which is why I did not change and I kept my Boston t-shirt on just for you. But we also, I want to shout out to the Toronto Dog Walkers. I want to shout out to Amy Burgess, to Anne and Bonnie, who have been joining us almost every single blab. That's so awesome. Thank you for being with us. Our new friends, Smile Pretty Lady, her name is Brenda, who just kind of found us by perusing the blab shows. Fiona, what's up, girl? You are representing the UK, right? Am I right, Kate?
Fiona is
Scotland.
Edinburgh,
okay.
Scotland.
So thank you to everyone who's joined us so far. Scotland, there she goes, right there. And thank you, Fiona and Brenda, for tweeting us out. Now I can have some funny GIFs on Twitter. So Kate, what do you say we get right into it? What is our topic? You want to bring that in so that we can kind of introduce everyone to it and get them excited?
So tonight we are going to talk about creating titles for your blog posts, presuming you're all blogging, and also for any events that you have. Titles that are good,
yes,
but don't suck.
I like that. I like that a lot. So let's talk about sucky titles first so that we have something to compare and contrast. What do you think?
I suppose if people put in the sidebar, maybe if they're blogging at the moment, that'd be helpful to see who's actually here that actually has a blog. Because I suppose we'll talk about blog titles first. And I think for me anyway, there's two kind of ways of looking at this. A blog title might seem good to you, but what seems good to you might not be seeming good to Google. So it's kind of different. You might think this title's amazing, but can somebody find you? That's the big thing. That really is the big thing. And I think that's something that people get wrong. You know, they're looking to be funny or smart or clever or find something, you know, very magazine-y that attracts, you know, something that someone would write about the Kardashians, you know, the latest thing that they've done. And that's not really what our customers are going to be searching for on Google. They're going to be looking for answers to their questions. And I know Bella is a huge fan of answering questions, as am I. So that's really where my starting point is, looking at answering questions.
I think that's a great starting point. And to go off the sucky one, I'm going to post a link here. It's my, when I first started blogging, someone told me that I needed to have a separate website for blogging. And I've never really shut it down, but I did move the blog to my actual website. And it was called Scottsdale Pet Expert. And one of the last blogs that were posted on it was all about treats, because I had just gotten my puppy, Rocco. This was 6 years ago. And the dog trainer came in, Kate, and was like, you're feeding him Bill Jack? That stuff causes cancer. Like, do you know what those mean? And I said, no. And oh my gosh, I don't want to give my dog cancer. So I wrote a blog about it. But Kate, I made a really big mistake. The title is Treats, ? Think again. What? Let's just count the ways on how horrible and sucky that title is. So, I mean, that's, go on.
But I think people think that someone will see it on Facebook and go, oh my gosh, what's that all about? But people don't. People don't see half of your stuff. So really you're looking for stuff that's staying on the internet that people are consistently searching for. So for something like that, you might have had best treats to feed my dog or worst treats to feed my dog. They're things that you might, if you have a new puppy, look for, you know, tips and tricks for actually getting the right treat. What are the bad ones? Good treats versus bad treats. You know, all those types of things that you type into Google. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody the other day and they were trying to come up for a title about, they wanted to talk about their fair weather policy. You know, if it was raining, would you take dog for a walk? And the different titles that she came up for were things that really she wanted to talk about, not what your customer might be looking for on the internet. And I think that's the thing. You have to put yourself in the mind of the reader, the searcher.
You have to think about what they're typing in. Because, you know, I mean, if someone has a bump on the back of their right knee that's blue, they're going to type in, what is the blue bump on the back of my knee? And if you have a blog article that has that exact same thing, it's going to come up. Just like one of my most popular blog posts is, can the chlorine in my pool make my dog sick? And that's totally random. But the thing is that not a lot of people are creating a blog that says that exact same thing, but people are posting that around the country. Now, is that successful? Probably not, because I mean, I'm getting traffic on that blog from people that are not clients. So is traffic coming? Yeah, but I don't know. I want to go back to my original blog here. There's another one that I wrote. I don't even know the date of it. Let me see. I can't find it. I think it was back in like 2010. It said 4th of July safety tips for your Scottsdale pet. I mean, first of all, it's boring. Second of all, it's like keyword jamming. Third of all, it's like, who cares, you know? So another alternative to that for a compare and contrast could be,
I think there's somebody definitely might type in, where can I take my pet for the 4th of July? Or will my pet be scared of the fireworks, or whatever it is? Questions around that subject. So you can still write about whatever it is you want to write about once it goes with the title. It's just about putting it into a phrase that someone would type in. And it can feel weird because it doesn't always feel right at the beginning. Why would you type it as a question? And I think it's just getting into that mindset. Go on to Google, look for stuff, see what you
Or like,
type in.
I always like doing things around food, whether it's like food that you can make for your dog on the holiday or your cat, or leftovers that you can make for your dog or your cat from the holiday, or foods that are safe off the 4th of July cookout table for my dog, you know, like those are like really value added, interesting things where you might get a click on Facebook or something like that because it doesn't suck.
I find I have a whole series on homemade dog treats, and they do so well because people search for that so much. And there's a lot of competition for it, but if you do it slightly different, they do seem to come up. Like I'm doing one about pancakes, dog pancakes at the moment, with it being Pancake Day soon. And I think then they're things that do well on Facebook because they're very topical, very shareable. But people are looking, you know, how can I make homemade treats for my dog? You know, homemade pancake recipes for my dog, homemade dog biscuits, homemade whatever it is they're looking for. So you're kind of catching all those different things too.
Exactly. Another crappy one that I did was 7 Memorial Day tips for your Scottsdale pets. It's the same crap, you know, just a different title. So guys, I think what we're kind of saying is we're not here to necessarily give you like tons of ideas because we've done all of that before. We've said, you know, do the problems, do the verses, do the you could do towards the negative, but do like the unique kind of stuff. Don't keyword stuff. But what we kind of want to do is there's so many times that, you know, Kate and I are scrolling through in our groups on Facebook and we're just like, oh my gosh, like that, the article was so great, but the title is just like, you don't even notice it. And Kate, how do you feel?
I think the title is even more important than the article. I mean,
how many times have you shared something without even reading it? You'll just share it because the title was so great.
Definitely. And a lot of people do tend to put in, you know, pet sitter into everything. I think it's a little bit of a turn-off. When does somebody say, you know, what treats would your pet sitter advise you to have? Or
treats your Scottsdale pet sitter
Halloween
likes
from your pet.
Okay.
Maybe we would.
I don't know. The time when it is good to put in like your keyword of pet sitter or dog walker is when you are answering a question such as how much does a dog walker in Scottsdale cost? Or how much does a pet sitter in Scottsdale cost? Or how much does a puppy sitter or thing there? Keyword stuff, it just is a turn off. And Google's smart to that. Google like knows what you're doing.
And I think it's going to get smarter. And I think Facebook is going to get smarter when you're sharing stuff. You know, if people don't engage with it, don't like it, you know, they're just not going to show it to people. So you're not really doing yourself any favors.
And after you have like a certain amount of pages or posts that are saying like Scottsdale pet sitter, you can't have like 100 more that do that. Like you've got it covered. Like stop, quit while you're ahead and move on to the next like interesting thing. Thanks for the love, Brenda. Kirsten just joined us.
I think the other thing,
go on.
I think the other thing is, you know, people try to write about their policies and procedures, you know, kind of let me tell you about our rain policy or let me tell you about our refund policy. They're great articles or great subjects to cover, but they're not really titles for a blog that are going to get you found on Google. You know, obviously you have those in your procedures somewhere or your policies, but I don't think necessarily that you can make a blog title out of that because no one's going to search for that. They can be handy to send to customers if they ask you a question, so you have it somewhere, but nobody's going to search, do whatever pet sitting company, what do they do when it rains?
Right.
They're just not.
Something else that I love doing with the,
but you
go on.
You might Google something like, why does my dog not like to go out in the rain? Or is my dog afraid? Why is my dog afraid of the rain? You know, and you could write about that and then include your bit of information you want to push. But it should be all about the customer. I think that's the important key to remember when you're thinking of the title is it's customers, you know, Google searches.
Why don't we talk a little bit about when or how to do like the cover profiles for the blog. So, you know, your blog comes up on Facebook and a picture just populates, or you could upload like a blog title cover, like that you make on Canva. I'm not sure if I'm calling it the right thing, but you know, those are pretty eye-catching.
And featured images. Featured images. So I do few different things. Sometimes I include the cover photo in the blog post. Depends how much time I have. And sometimes I would put a picture of a dog or a cat in the blog and then make another image just for the cover with the title of the blog on. It really just depends on the amount of time you have. if you have limited time, the most important thing is your blog and a nice image. Making the one with the title on isn't essential. It's just nice, because when you're flicking through Facebook, it stands out to people. I think that's the main thing. You get a little bit more interaction.
Kate, how do you feel about capitalizing every word on your title?
How do you feel about capitalizing every word?
It's funny. I was reading an article about this the other day, and it was saying that it doesn't really matter what you do. I always capitalize mine, but it was saying that it doesn't really matter what you do as long as you're consistent. So you either do capitalize every word in every blog you write, or you don't. But don't do it on some and not on others.
I personally like to capitalize every letter.
It's like having a certain style.
Special needs blog. Ace Raps special needs. You just wrote special needs blog. What could you elaborate on that? I'm not sure I understand your question. And you guys, so our show, this is Kate in Ireland from pawsomedia.com, and I am Bella Vassar from jumpconsulting.net. And we have a twice a month blab show on the first and third Tuesday of every month. And we love to just kind of bring awesome stuff to you guys. Kate has incredible amounts of social proof on all of the following and like the social media mogul that she's become. We both have an emphasis in the pet world, in the pet sitting, pet training, pet grooming, all that kind of stuff. But obviously these principles kind of apply across all areas. And we like to just kind of come here and chat it up and give you guys some good stuff to think about. Kate, do you have anything to add to that? Did I miss anything?
No, I think it's great to come on it, and cover different topics for people. And like you say, it applies to all industries, not just other pet industries, but every industry. Getting your title right, whether you're a plumber, an electrician, or a pet sitter, it's all the same principles. We're all looking to get found in the Google search. So I think it's just important to take those principles and just, a good thing to do actually, and something that I did right in the beginning is kind of make yourself a little checklist for when you're writing a blog. So, make a note that you want to think about your title. What things do you want to check off? Okay, is it something that someone would search? Have I capitalized my letters? Have I done this? Have I filled in my meta description? Have I added an image? It's really handy to have that little checklist. And then you're not sitting down going, oh God, what do I do now? There's all these things I need to do. You can just tick them off mentally.
Right. I love that.
It's kind of good. Good practice.
Let's talk about how do you, so a good indicator to find out if your blog title sucks or it's good is by the traffic, right? So what kind of trackers do you employ to decide if, you're on the right track and it's working, that they don't suck?
I think you're looking for stuff people are interested in, people are searching. And I think obviously your Google Analytics tell you if people are actually clicking on it. But I think there's a lot to be said for promoting your stuff. I mean, really, you should be promoting yourself 80% of the time. If you write a blog, you should spend 20% of the time quickly writing it and 80% of the time promoting it. Because although you want to get found in Google search, you might find that you're getting 20 people looking at that blog every month, which is great over a long period of time. But initially, you want to get it out on social and put it in front of people. You can't just write it and then just expect Google to do all the work for you. You want to start getting people to see your stuff. The more people that come to your blog, the more people are sharing it, the more people are interested in it. It's all kind of compounded then. So I don't believe in just kind of going, okay, I've wrote my 50 blogs, I'm done.
I missed the last part. Can you say the last part again?
Yeah, I was saying you've got to put a lot of work into actually promoting them.
Right. So ways that you could do that would be like just like boosting a post. So you put it on your fan page and you can pay $5 or $10 to boost a post. I had one 2 weeks ago, and I had a client who needs to rehome a cat, and I just boosted it for like $5 a day for 3 days, and it got a lot of action on it. It was amazing. So when that new post comes out that you really want to get out there, you might want to consider boosting it because it's just kind of easy. You could run an ad, but Kate, wouldn't you want to boost it instead of running an ad?
I boost my blog posts occasionally, but I boost them within the ad system because you get a lot more targeting options than you do from just boosting them straight off the page. You can get a little bit deeper into that. But I'd be careful about which ones you boost. You know, you want to boost the ones that are bringing people back to your website. You want to boost the ones that people are going to share a little bit more.
Yeah, like the hiking trails in your area, or the pet-friendly patios, or something that is useful and shareable, and not just like, how much does dog walking cost? Like, who cares?
Exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't boost those. You're right. And you want to try and boost ones as well that are kind of seasonal. Like right now, we've got Valentine's Day, Pancake Day, all sorts of stuff coming up. They're the ones people will share. Mm-hmm. Tips and tricks, like you say, being useful, goes back to that whole concept of utility, being useful.
Right. Dog Toronto asked,
we should any link to that book in the
week. What? Dog Toronto.
We should put a link to utility in.
Okay, go for it. Put that in there, definitely. Dog Toronto asks, is there any particular day of the week that you find that works and doesn't work? And for me, I don't think so. I think any day of the week is kind of cool. It just kind of depends. I mean, if you look at your analytics on your Facebook page, you can tell like when people are on more than others. So, you know, what do you think, Kate?
Yeah, I find evenings get a lot of share on images, blog posts. It really just depends. It's not, I don't think there's any particular day or time. I just find in the evening, people have more time and they're sharing a lot of pictures, cute stuff, funny stuff, that kind of thing.
In between commercials of their favorite, like, show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Kardashian.
Yes. Or The Bachelor, Bachelor Nation, Monday night. Love watching The Bachelor. So, Kate, we're kind of rounding out the end of the show here, but I wanted to kind of tease our next show since we've been kind of down a little bit. Our next show is actually learning how to use Facebook the right way can help you attract your ideal customers. And we say the right way because there's a lot of people using it the wrong way. And if there's anyone to listen to, I would definitely say my friend Kate here, because Kate is kicking ass on Facebook. So I am going to, first, I'm going to, in the comment section, I'm going to post a link to our next show because we were on top of it this time. And you can automatically subscribe so that you get reminders. So please go and subscribe on that link. But my next one is for you, Kate. I want you to tell everyone just how awesome you are by explaining what your social proof is and how many people you have following you.
Right now on Facebook, I have 24,000, just over 24,200 followers on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just getting...
That's incredible.
It's crazy.
And wait, Kate. Wait, did you buy them? I mean, you must have bought those people. They must be fake, right?
No. We do ads. We do ads. I'm a big fan of Facebook ads, very targeted Facebook ads.
Right.
But no, most of that would be organic.
Right.
A lot of it comes from annual competition. And I work really hard at Facebook, you know? So it is something I spend a lot of time on. I put a lot of effort on. If you want to get the results from Facebook, they're definitely there to be had. It's just about approaching it in the right way and putting a bit of time into it. And I think, you know, that's the same with anything you do in life. You know, you've got to put the effort in. And there's lots of tips and tricks that we can cover next week or week after about how to do that and how to kind of get the most out of it for the best results.
That's fantastic. We've already got 4 people subscribed. It's in 5 people subscribed now. It's learn how using Facebook the right way can help you attract your ideal customer. And you guys, we are going to give you actual like tips and to do like tactical things that you could do on the next Blab. So I do hope that you stay with us or at least listen to the playback. Kate here I bow down to her. She definitely is the expert in that area. I know what I'm doing enough to be dangerous, but not to be lethal like Kate is. So I really go to her and ask her for advice a lot as well. Once again, Kate is from Possum Media. I posted that in the the chat there. You should totally go check her out. I'm at jumpconsulting.net. Right from the front page of my website, you could download my free ebook on how to bark up the right tree, a pet sitter's guide to networking. So, Kate, you got anything else to add?
No, I think that's all. We were going to talk about events, but I think events are pretty much similar to blog titles. You can just have a slightly bit more fun with them, I think, with an event title.
Okay.
You know, you can probably make it a little bit quirkier because it's a one-off event, and really you are trying to create that kind of fear of missing out by having a good event title. And I know you have a great download about having events, which you should put the link in, let people check that out. But definitely a title. If you're going to do an annual competition like I do, put some time into picking the right title. It's so worth it because you're stuck with that title year after year after year. But if it's a one-off event, you want to totally create that fear of missing out, that they've got to have it, while still telling them what they need to know, what it's about, and creating some kind of obviously branding style for your company. I have a great blog post on it. As I was thinking about what to say tonight, I wrote a few things up on a blog, so that will be up there in the morning. So you can check it out. Just covering events and how you title events.
Love it. So I'm looking for my event class right now to post it. So let's see.
Yes, it's a great class. You should definitely get it.
Which one? What did you say?
So you can all have, what is it? Howling events.
Howling events. Yeah, I'm grabbing the link so I can put it up there so y'all can see it. But yeah, I mean, I think that every event should have like its own name, its own logo, and you should do it more than once to kind of build it up. So here is the link, Tanya. Is this recorded? Yes, this Blab is recorded, and all you have to do, Blab is really awesome. All you have to do is go back to this URL, and you can watch it from the beginning all over again. In fact, you can watch all of ours. So we are on Facebook. If you want to get the show, there's a whole list of them on Facebook. Just go look for Pet Biz, B-I-Z, support show, and I'll get that link and put that there for you too. But if you just go there, you'll find all of our past shows as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm looking forward to the next one.
I'm listening to things like this in the car. I love listening to things like this in the car. One of my my commitments, and I won't call it a New Year's resolution because I hate them. It just so happens I started it recently, is that every time I'm in the car, I really try to be listening to some sort of podcast or feeding my brain. And I feel like it's really helped ignite and ignite me. I'm listening to John Lee Dumas, and he's all like, and now I'm using his word. So it's pretty cool. So anything else?
If anybody else, if anyone else is a fan of podcasts, don't forget Bella and I both have our own podcasts, so you can check those out on our website. It's great to listen to, like you say, when you're walking the dog or driving in your car, or as Bella is, always at Starbucks.
Or doing laundry. I went to Starbucks before this Blab. I bought the person behind me's drink. I love doing that. I think it's fun. Here's my podcast. Kate, why don't you put yours in there in the comments as well? And I don't know, we kind of keep wrapping this up, but maybe one more shout out in case anyone wanted to take a seat and ask a quick question.
Yeah, does anybody have any questions? We haven't had a question tonight.
I know. Well, we had one question. When should we post? But
oh yeah, cool.
If anyone wants to jump in, all you got to do is take a seat. I unlocked a seat, so you can just take a seat, ask a question, or you can type it in on the side if you're shy. So we've got Thomas that just joined recently, Kirsten. We got Tanya Fairbanks, and then the whole slew of others that I talked to. There's a local here from Phoenix. Phoenix Tears 321. What's up? She knows it's nice here. All right, Kate. Well, I guess that's about it. It doesn't look like anyone has any questions. So we did our job. That's how I'm going to consider that. Oh, and I hope you're enjoying the music. I can hear it in the background. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. Pictures. Thanks so much.
Night, everybody.
Bye.